Okay, I'm just going through the box of parts that came with the Honda HT3813. Unfortunately, I had to redo this video. There was a name and address on one of the packaging, and I don't really want to give out any personal information. I'm not sure if the previous owner is still with us or if he has passed away, but still, I don't want to give out any personal information. But this is what I pulled out of the box first. This is a clutch either for the mower engagement or this is the rear clutch, one or the other. I have a genuine Honda box right here. We'll open this one up in a second and see what's in there, but there's no personal information on that. This is, I believe, the starter solenoid, but I could be wrong on that. Got a set of sparkulator plugs, probably the old ones. Let's just take a quick look at one of them first. Nope, that's a brand new sparkulator. So I've got a set of brand new sparkulators for it. I'll put that back in there in a second. I'm not sure what these are. It says Honda 3813 studs stuff. No. This here was in the battery tray. It's a bag of hardware. I believe it said on the note what it was for. This is a stator assembly for a 3813. So they use a different stator from pretty much any other machines. In here, it's a bag with something in it. We'll pause in a second. We'll regroup. We'll take a look at this. On the other side is an address and a name. So yeah, I don't want to show that. There's some more papers in the bottom of the box. Timing belt. I'm assuming this would be the old timing belt. So I'm sure the timing belt has definitely been replaced since there is a timing belt in the box. Like I said, this machine has had an engine out and some more documentation in there. So all the documentation will go back into the box at the bottom, and we will, when we go to sell the machine, it will include all these parts and all the documentation. But I do still want to check the timing belt on the machine, make sure that is the new one. But judging by this right here, I'm pretty sure the new one would be on it. That doesn't really look like a new one to me. In here is, either the front or the back U-joint for the drive shaft. Definitely worn, so there's a new U-joint on there as well. So I paid $200 for this tractor, plus fees. It came with all of these parts. They did not show any of the parts. They did not show any of the documentation. So if people would have known all the documentation that was with this machine probably would have went much, much higher. With a brand new starter, it's had an engine out. It's had other work done. It's definitely had timing work done. So this machine has had a lot of money put into it relatively recently, within the last 3 years. And it sat. So I'm assuming the owner probably passed away, paid for all the parts, had it all put on. Machine was probably his baby, and ended up passing away. So we'll open this one up in a second. We'll take a look, see what's in there, but it's a new old part as well. Okay, got the little package open. Got another new old stock starter solenoid. So I have this one. I have this one. The machine has a brand new starter on it, so it probably has a brand new starter and solenoid on it. So with all the parts here, is probably what I paid for the entire machine. To get all these parts, I know for a fact the clutch is $60. That's a generic clutch that will fit a 3813. And probably the 3810s as well, and probably the other shaft drive machines. But if you have to go out and buy all these parts, this is probably no good. There might be some life left in there. It doesn't look the greatest. I might actually take that clutch and put it on the 3810. We'll see. I gotta tear into that machine and figure out what's going on with it, why it doesn't move. It's definitely something in the rear end. So anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. So we got, definitely has a new timing belt. I'm near positive this is the old one. We got charging components. We got hardware. We got a couple different starter solenoids. We got a set of plugs. We got a U-joint that is pretty wasted, but still it's a new old part. It could probably work if you absolutely had to make it work. So the machine definitely has a new U-joint in it as well for the drive shaft. U-joint, whatever you want to call it. So definitely scored on this machine. Like I said before, if they would have included some of this documentation, this machine would have went a lot higher. So anyways, that's pretty much it for the preview and look at and first start of the Honda HT3813. Bye for now.